What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Katie Influencer, and this is Crime in the Hood TV. Before we begin, I want to be very clear. This video is shared for awareness and discussion purposes only. The information presented includes public circulating accounts, community concerns, and questions raised by family members. This story is being shared because the circumstances surrounding this death remain unclear, and the family is seeking answers. The Christmas getaway. What was supposed to be a getaway ended in tragedy. Tyrone Davis, also known as Dro, aka T2, left with his girlfriend for a holiday trip to a cabin. This was meant to be a time to relax, celebrate Christmas, and enjoy each other. There are videos and posts showing them happy, partying, and spending time together. From the outside, everything looked fine. But shortly after that getaway, Tyrone Davis was found dead in Gainesville, discovered under a bridge with severe blunt force trauma to the back of his head. A man who left alive for a Christmas trip did not make it back. Tyrone was a truck driver, a hardworking man, and according to his family and those close to him, he deeply loved his girlfriend. People say he praised the ground she walked on. At one point, she broke her foot, and Tyrone would not allow her to walk on it. He carried her to the car, made sure she stayed off her injury, and catered to her every need. She would lay in the back seat, and he would make sure she was comfortable. By all accounts, Tyrone was attentive, protective, and emotionally invested in this relationship, which makes what happened next even more confusing. Tyrone was found under a bridge. A passerby reportedly encountered him as he stumbled into the roadway and collapsed. He was transported to a nearby hospital where medical professionals discovered severe blunt force trauma to the back of his head. What remains unclear is how he ended up there and why he was there by himself for 24 hours under a Jane Doe. Why didn't she call his parents? Why didn't she call anybody? Because of that lack of clarity, 3 different explanations have circulated. The first explanation is that after a heated argument, Tyrone asked to get out of the vehicle and he was allowed to exit. The concern with this explanation is simple. If Tyrone exited the vehicle on his own, how did he later end up under a bridge with blunt force trauma to the back of his head? The second explanation that his girlfriend gave to the family is that Tyrone jumped from a moving vehicle traveling approximately 25 miles per hour. The concern here is that injuries from jumping out of a moving vehicle typically impact the front or sides of the body. This raises questions about how that scenario would explain severe trauma to the back of the head. The third explanation that she gave the family involves a stop at the store. According to this version, Tyrone fell out the car at the store. It is unclear whether the vehicle was moving at that time. The concern with this explanation is the severity of the injury. If the vehicle was not moving, how would a fall explain blunt force trauma to the back of his head? Each explanation raises concerns on its own, but the most pressing question remains, why did the story change multiple times? According to the aunt, as soon as Tyrone was pronounced deceased, the girl Lulu, aka KD, also known as Kiara, zeroed out his bank account that him and his mom shared, and she did it from his phone. Remind you, the family said his phones were not on him. When accounts change, lies are being told, families are left searching for answers instead of closure. Tyrone left for a Christmas getaway with someone he loved, and his family is now left trying to understand how that trip ended in death. These are not accusations. These are questions that remain unanswered. What you have just heard are the unanswered questions surrounding Tyrone Davis's death. Immediately after this video, I will be sharing footage of Tyrone's family, his aunt, his father, and his sister, speaking in their own words about who Tyrone was, what this loss has done to them, and why they are still seeking the truth. This family video reflects their personal experiences and emotions. No accusations are being made, and all individuals mentioned are presumed innocent unless proven otherwise.
I'm gonna tell you this, the investigators are doing their job heavy. It's wide open. They're going full force because this family ain't letting up, so we're gonna let them do their job. We don't know what happened. We know he ain't Humpty Dumpty, but we're gonna get to the bottom of it, and we're gonna have patience and wait. Yes, everything is moving by God's power, and it's gonna be released by in the name of Jesus. We speak that for justice. Not even with that being said, so I'm gonna leave y'all there because that's what we stuck at right now while they do the investigation. Number 2. Why did you transfer the money out of his bank account that he said shared with my sister the day after he was pronounced deceased at the hospital? My and T2 share a bank account. The account is on 0, and it shows the money was transferred to his single account by himself. You got access to his cell phone. You got access to his bank accounts. If you ain't money hungry and desperate and you got all access to everything he got, we ain't worried about no worldly possessions. We screaming justice over here. We want justice over here. It ain't about the money. He got $1 million wardrobe. He got a son. You think we give a darn about the clothes? We would rather have my nephew here. We would rather have my nephew with breath in his body. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you real quick. I said he should have dusty rolled in the car, fired on the shut him out, took the domestic violence charge, and then just bonded out. But he's not that guy. He's not that guy. Come on, y'all doing a little too much. Some people need to check themselves before they wreck themselves. It's going a little out of hand. But I respect everybody who got love for us and gave us thank you for what we going through.
Hey, listen, y'all, I want to thank all y'all who've been sharing, you know. I don't care about nothing but what belongs to me. Materials, you know, possessions. My son worked for that. You know, this family raised him right, you know, for him to accomplish all the goals that he did. This is more than a son to me. You know, right now I'm walking in the spirit, you know, called the flesh. My guts on the ground. If it weren't for this right here, if it weren't for this here, y'all, if it weren't for this, I don't know where I'd be right now. You know, I ain't asking for nobody to throw nobody under the bus, and I want to say thank y'all, you know, but I do deserve to know, you know, justice for my son, you feel me? Right now ain't the time, you know, right now ain't the time for, you know, the crooked letter I, because we is about that. You feel me? Right now, all I ask for, just give me what belongs to me. That's answers to my son. We ain't caring about no possessions. We ain't even worried about no bank accounts, because we going to handle that. Yep. You know, if y'all seen the candlelight, y'all want to come out, you know, and share that, please support, please share.
Post it, share it. Somebody out there knows something, and we want answers. By any means necessary, we want answers. We're not going to stop until we get answers. We was raised a family that prays together, stays together. But we was also raised when you leave with somebody, you come back with who you leave with. She made it back, he didn't. We need to know why. And if you could give us answers, whatever those would be, we would have to take that. But she can't give us answers. Her answers ain't making sense. If you saw something, say something. Reach out. Our inboxes are open. I've never accepted as many friend requests as I've done in this last week, because anybody who wants answers, I need them. We need to know what happened to him. It ain't going to bring him back. It's not going to bring it back. And even if you don't feel comfortable talking to us, Gainesville Police Department will take all calls. Alachua Police Department will take all calls. His family will take all calls, all messages. If you know something, say something. They pronounced him dead while my uncle and my grandmother and my auntie sat in that room. That doctor say, if y'all can get him to show us any sign of life, we will go into surgery and stop the test now. He showed nothing. They begged and they prayed and they pleaded. T2, we here. You are not alone. We love you. And we on this live because we here. And he is not alone, and we love him. We want justice. We want answers. We need to know. Not knowing is not an option for us anymore. We've always stood together as a family. Anybody who know us, anybody who know this Davis bloodline, know. We didn't just come together when it was somebody's funeral. We don't just come together when it's death. We love on each other all the time. We got him. This is his son. This is his legacy. His son want to know what's going on. His question to us is, what happened to my daddy? And we